Prudent Media. My name is Sachin Chatte, and on this program we take a look at the latest releases. Today, let's take a look at Ridley Scott's Gladiator II. At the age of 86, Ridley Scott remains one of the most prolific directors in the industry. With a career that has spanned nearly 5 decades, he is currently engaged in the production of a television series, a mini-series and a couple of films, and he is showing no inclination to slow down. This is hardly surprising as his creative prowess appears to be as strong as ever, which is exemplified by the Gladiator sequel. Now this film arrives 24 years after the original film, which was released back in 2000 and won a bunch of Oscar awards. The original Gladiator achieved global success and has since become a cult classic. Its action sequences, character development and Scott's masterful direction were exceptional. Consequently, skepticism surrounding Gladiator II is understandable. In Hollywood, sequels are often viewed merely as commercial ventures purely made to keep the cash registers ringing. Although a sequel featuring Russell Crowe has been in the works for a couple of decades, it never materialized, which may be fortuitous. The film rights also transitioned from DreamWorks Studio to Paramount Studios. Much like the gladiators of ancient times who entertained bloodthirsty crowds, Scott possesses a keen understanding of contemporary audience preferences, favoring themes such as a rebellious hero, then there is action, betrayal, and intricate character dynamics. The narrative also connects with Maximus, the central character from the original film, who appears only in a few flashbacks. The scale and visual grandeur of Gladiator II are noteworthy, with much of the film shot on actual sets and featuring real crowds, rather than relying heavily on special effects. It is set 16 years after Maximus' death, and the story follows Lucius, played by Paul Mescal, as he strives to protect his homeland but is ultimately captured by General Acacius, played by Pedro Pascal, who represents the Roman Empire. Following the loss of his wife in battle, Lucius vows to seek vengeance. Despite his capable leadership of the army, Acacius is reluctant to pursue expansion through war and death as dictated by the Roman emperors. The two brothers, Geta and Caracalla, exhibit a blatant disregard for governance, being entirely preoccupied with their quest for power. Scott's ideas could easily be interpreted as a commentary on contemporary politicians and leaders. At one point, a monkey is humorously appointed to a high-ranking position. Upon arriving in Rome as a captive, Lucius finds himself under the ownership of Macrinus, played by Denzel Washington, who delivers a stellar performance as always. Now, Macrinus is a formidable hustler and slave owner with aspirations of his own. He takes Lucius under his wings, but with his own agenda, and the two strike a deal. In the Colosseum, Lucius confronts lethal baboons, a rampaging rhinoceros, and sharks. His thirst for vengeance drives him, a fact that Macrinus is very well aware of. Concurrently, the general is formulating his own strategies while his wife Lucilla, played by Connie Nielsen, uncovers the truth about Lucius, who is in fact her son. This sets the stage for a classic Roman tragedy. Overall, the film adopts a cautious approach, which is not inherently negative. Better to play it safe than to risk failure. At 148 minutes, certain segments feel prolonged. For instance, the gladiatorial battle involving water, boats and sharks does not significantly enhance the narrative given the presence of other animal confrontations. What stands out is the intricate web of character relationships and their dynamics. During a speech by one of the emperors to Acacius, the general retorts, "Torture me if you wish, but spare me the lectures." Denzel Washington revels in his role, consistently stealing the spotlight whenever he appears on screen. Paul Mescal rises to the occasion, effectively filling the big shoes of his character. Among the female characters, only Lucilla's role carries substantial weight. With Gladiator II, Scott may not have gone for the kill, but he has certainly provided an engaging cinematic experience. I'm going to go with 3.5 out of 5 stars for Ridley Scott's Gladiator Part 2. Well, that's what I thought of Gladiator that was released this week. Do let us know what you think, and I'll be back with you next week with more movie reviews. Till then, it's goodbye from me.